I mean, there's always room for improvement, but that's just life.
Hey, Samore Love Bugs, you have now tuned into my Black Ink Crew recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Also, be sure to share this video wherever you like to share videos. And don't forget to give it that good old thumbs up, okay? Alright, you guys, so I wasn't going to do the recap, but then I decided after watching the show that I just wanted to do it. And I had enough time to be able to do it and have it up by the morning or in the evening. I don't know when it's going to be up. It'll probably be up in the morning because it has to like do all this crazy stuff on the computer, and that computer's slow. So I decided, yeah, let me go ahead and do it. Plus I got my little locks in. I'm fitting in with the crew. Black Ink Crew New York, honey. The originals. So, alright. I haven't done a Black Ink Crew recap in a little while. I don't think I did last season. I haven't done a recap in a while, but I've always had something to say, so definitely be sure to check me out on Twitter, because there are times where I say little things here and there. It's Samore's World, Samorez, like zebra, world, and it's the same thing for Snapchat. Sometimes I might say a little something on there as well. Alright, you guys. So Dutchess, she got her shop starting. It's coming together. The foundation, she had to change the original venue that we saw last season, but she's getting things together. But it's a lot of work that has to be done. She's already put out $30K, she said, of her own money, and now she got to put out like another $3K in order to do some repairs and fixing up and things like that. So she's really stressed out about it, and money's running low, so she actually has to go back to Black Ink Crew to get that shmoney, you know what I mean? But she's really determined to be successful, and she doesn't want her success to be based upon being with Ceasar or anything like that. She wants it to be like her little baby that she's doing by herself. So yeah, she's definitely doing her thing. The crew seems to have a bit of animosity towards Ceasar because he left for... But they make it sound like he left for dumb long. Like he only left for 4 weeks. 4 weeks is a month. You know, it's not that long. But I guess at the end of the day, they make money on a daily basis normally, plus money from the show. But as far as the shop's concerned, they probably make a decent amount of money on a consistent basis from the show, from the actual shop doing tattoos, as well as tips that they may get. So all that is wiped out for a whole month. So I guess you got to think about it like that way. Like thinking about it like, oh, he was only gone for a month. I'll make it sound like it's 6 months, but 4 weeks, and you're used to getting paid on a daily basis. You got to file unemployment or something, you know what I'm saying? Because you're losing a lot of money right there. And they probably charge a lot of money. I think one of my friends had went there, and she got like this small tattoo. It was like damn near $200. So yeah, they charging. They getting that money. I mean, and plus once you get to a certain level in life, you are able to charge a certain amount. Like they're celebrity tattoo artists. They're no longer just regular tattoo artists. So that's a label to your name, which allows you to charge more. Plus they're on television. Oh, he seems to be in a better place in life. He says that he no longer does drugs, which is great. I hope he stays that way. You know, I'm definitely rooting for him to do better in life and to come up. He's a very talented artist, although he did mess up somebody's words before. He's still a pretty darn talented artist. And he does have like a little conversation with Kathy, and it's like every time he's up, he comes back down. Because now she wants to put him on child support because she says that he's not consistent with the payments. I mean, being that he has so many children, it's probably hard to spread out the money that he has in all these different directions. And I mean, I don't blame Donna at all. I don't blame Kathy at all for wanting to put him on child support if he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing and being consistent. Because I mean, I went down that path. I initially didn't want to do it, and my son's father hates me, and he doesn't even pay right now. But I think that at least having that in the system, it allows them it gives them a little bit of a push. Unless they start working off the books and then no one's able to find out that they're working. But his job is pretty legitimate because he's on television, so he has to file taxes and everything else, so it will get intercepted one way or another. So, of course he's upset about it, and he's just like, she's trying to bring him down, she's trying to do this, she's trying to do that. He did talk to Ceasar about the whole situation, and Ceasar says that that's a nightmare. You don't want to go through that. Maybe give her a little bit of D-action, do real quick and shut her up, you know, get her playing nice, and that'll probably save you some money. But he's like, he don't even want to do that. He's like, she kind of jumped on him one night when he was drunk and he wasn't even feeling it like that. So he's not even trying to do that. So I guess he's probably going to be paying unless they come to some type of agreement. So yeah, you got to do what you got to do. He mentioned something that kind of had me a little like talking on Twitter. It had me like putting a comment out on Twitter because he mentioned that he didn't want to, like, being on child support, if that goes through, that's going to cause him to be a statistic. For me, I don't feel like that would be the only thing that would cause him to be a statistic. I mean, has he not taken a good look at his life and the amount of kids that he has, the age that he is, the things that he's done? I mean, that's not going to be the main or the biggest concern of yours that's going to cause you to become a statistic. I think you've already become a statistic to a certain point. So, yeah, I was like, dude, like, do you even know what that means? I mean, I guess he means like most black men or whatever on child support. But if you're not doing what you, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm all for somebody that's doing what they're supposed to be on a consistent basis. I don't think that that's necessary to go through the courts and everything else, because it is a big hassle. And like I said, like, they don't have to do it at the end of the day if they're good enough at hiding or whatever. But if you're not holding it down, taking care of a child that you helped to put into this world, regardless of the fact if they're living with the mother or you or not, then yeah, the women got to step up and do what they got to do and file them papers. Donna's fiance, Max, he's no longer with her because he got taken away. I'm like, did he sell drugs or something in order to get her a ring? Imagine that's why he got taken away. But nah, I don't know what he did. They didn't really talk about it, but he's in jail. She said as soon as he proposed, they took him away. So now she's all single, sending him sexy pictures. And I was looking at her when she was getting the pictures taken. I'm like, she looked a little different. I wasn't sure if it was her eyes, but I think she always had different eyes. And I think it's the red hair. Like, that red hair, she needs to do it more often because it really makes her stand out. I think the blonde kind of washes her out a lot. But that red, it just made her look like, look at me, like pinup girl type of look. So she definitely should keep that as a consistent type of look for her. I don't know if she has a stylist, which, yeah, I don't think they have stylists for this show. But if she did have one, then I would definitely suggest that they keep her with that color hair. Dutchess, she's been feeling a little funky, so she goes to take a pregnancy test. And you know, her and Ceasar are both like, oh my gosh, like, we can't really have a baby right now because our lifestyles, like, right now we're trying to get our money up, we're trying to do what we got to do and get this other shop open. He's trying to build his clientele and everything else back up to where it was before he left. So, but luckily it ended up that she wasn't pregnant, so they get to live another day. So, while Ceasar was doing a tattoo, some nice side piece too, all of a sudden the cops bust into Black Ink Crew and everybody's looking and oh shit, it's like, you know, he backing up, he trying to be invisible. He put on his invisible cloak at that moment because he's like, oh God, like, I didn't even do anything. Why are they coming back for me? But this time around it wasn't for him. They was coming for Ceasar. And it goes hand in hand with the whole situation that we was talking about with the child support. This is the reason why he feels like it's a nightmare, because of things like this. Supposedly, he's been paying correctly, allegedly, as he says, but they came to get him, and it was like a whole squad. Like, that's the whole thing that I didn't get Why do you need like 20 people? All right, I'm exaggerating. Maybe it was like 10 cops for one person for child support. It's not like they said, oh, there's a man with a gun, or there's a convicted felon, or, you know, anything crazy, wild, there's a bank robbery in progress or something like that. It was not that serious for them to have that many police officers to come and get him. Squad, like for real though? The whole freaking paddy wagon is what you needed? So that kind of like blew my mind a little bit, you know, made me feel a little bit of remorse for him, because that was like ridiculous and doing too much. But I don't know, I guess we gotta wait to see what happens to see if he's vindicated or not, if he actually didn't pay, or maybe something got screwed up. Sometimes things get screwed up along the process, so I don't know. I ain't going to judge him. I don't know. But Dutchess, she was feeling, it was crazy because you could tell it was real. And that's one thing I like about Black Ink Crew, this one, is that I feel like it's real. You know, like things that happen, you could tell like they didn't make it up. And I heard an interview that one of my friends did when she was doing radio interviews with her web show. Puma was on her show, and he was like, yo, at the end of the day, we can't make this stuff up. Like, all the things that you see happen is real. They be trying to give us scripts and things like that and tell us things to say, but we don't want to do that because our lives are crazy enough that we don't have to do all that extra stuff. And you can see it. Like, that's the difference between this and something and other shows that come on VH1. Living hip hop, but you know what I mean. But so yeah, it was real crazy, and we just gotta see what happens at the end of the day. So definitely, guys, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, so that you'll be able to see everything that goes down, and we can go ahead and review this show together. Make sure that you comment down below, and I will be doing the shout outs weekly. Okay, so that's something awesome to look forward to. And I feel like there was something else I wanted to say about this. Oh, and when they showed the coming attractions for scenes that are coming up, looked bananas, bonkers. Like things that I seen, Rashida from Love and Hip Hop New York, she looked like she about to come and get crazy with Sky. And there's some other fights. There's some new chick that looked like Dutchess, but then she looked like she got fired or something like that. It's about to go down, y'all. So stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I will see you in the next one. Later.